Hello ladies and gents, I am Adventrue and welcome back to From the Depths Adventure Mode Season 1.7. In this episode I'm hoping to improve my ship even further. So I would like to improve the armour around the sides because I've really only got one layer of metal, or sometimes in some places only one layer of wood. And also work towards building a very large central gun turret and improving my electrical engines and RTGs so that I actually can function better while while engine's not running, because currently I'm not quite producing enough power in order to run all my thrusters at max velocity. I can run about 50% and currently in combat. So let's go see what's going on. Tiny little ship. What are you? Oh, red tuna. You are not going to last long. There we go. Sandwich a little bit funny there, but the ship has completely annihilated it. And though it's having very difficulty manoeuvring, that's actually something I would like to sort out in this episode, is sort out the manoeuvring so it doesn't keep doing this. Because I've ordered it here.
Moving now.
It should be able to just do it, get close and then do minor adjustments, but it keeps overshooting massively. Come on, slow down. Come on, stop. Come on, stop the engines. Let's do it manually. So I've just knocked this enemy Nessie out of the sky. Those my shells are just falling short though. But it's basically dead. Knocked out a load of its actual balloons in the first salvo before I even got to see what it was. I should really consider upgrading those fragmentation guns at the back of the ship. They're doing so much damage to basically everything I fight. However, I am saving up for a really big gun to go in the central of the ship, and that is probably going to do a lot more damage than all my current guns combined. So there's a very fast little ship here. I think it's one of the Steel Strider's designs. Yeah, it's their colours. What are you? No, not an adventure aft. A Lynx. Ah, you are actually quite a difficult thing to shoot down. The ship now travels roughly in a straight line, but it does do this weird little butt wiggle. Wow. bit weird, but it seems to be working. I'm travelling at 28 meters per second. Also, what will have helped that is I have actually shaped this front of the hull at long last to reduce the drag. And that's going to be filled up with batteries, I think. May even double it up. Yeah, probably double metal that up and then fill that whole thing with batteries, give me a lot more battery power and therefore electric engine power. The other thing I've done is I've added a layer of wooden armour on the side here, so it's a metal and then wood on the outside. This wood is primarily there as ablative armour, so it improves in armour durability due to the fact that there's metal behind it, but it still has lower life and is very cheap to replace. This means that it can get shot off in combat and I can easily, very, very cheaply repair it. And it doesn't increase the mass very much like metal would. And it's a lot cheaper. Unfortunately, that Lynx I was looking at earlier has actually run out of fuel. So that would be a nice easy thing to destroy because it's going to be hovering in the air using its balloons. And it's going to be a nice stationary target for me to shoot out the sky. Fantastic! There's the poor thing. Ship fired very rapidly and very, very, very quickly destroyed it. I've almost completely filled up the front section now with batteries and connected an electric engine to it, and also made it a much more efficient electric engine, so it should last longer. That is the theory anyway. It's clearing up the back section here, and so that will mean I can fit a gun turret in, and I also have space around the outside for some RTGs. Though I am a little bit worried at the moment because I am a little bit short on resources. Don't want to go through there. Ooh, there's a couple of resource zones over there. I'll head towards those. Oh, no, don't stop. Stupid AI. Trying to make me go through the portals. Excellent. Salvage the resources I was coming here for. Okay, it's only 40 resources, but I saw an X on the map and thought, ooh, let's go for it. We have a laser ship shooting at me. Why is my ship firing?
Taking command.
Come on, take command. Didn't actually seem to be doing anything. Oh, my fuel things didn't fire. My anti-smoke because I have no fuel. Thankfully this didn't take too much for killing. I only took minor damage. Ooh, a swordfish. This thing is really awesome looking. I don't think it's going to last particularly long against my ship. Particularly as it's being hit by those fragmentation warheads. And EMP racks through it, disabling it immediately. Yeah, I am really impressed with these Super Cav rounds. Very, very good general purpose weapon. Nice long range. Not especially accurate, but at the ranges it's firing, that's actually a benefit. Because if I aim directly at the thing, I would miss because of it would maneuver in time. So being inaccurate is good at that range. So I've finished the very large battery storage in the front of the ship here. I do need to now increase the number of RTGs I have, as despite having a very high efficiency electric motor now, I am unfortunately draining power still. It's not much, but it is still being drained, and I also have no fuel for my other engines. I have what seems to be a laser submarine. Yeah, laser submarine. This is going to be a bit worrisome. I don't really have any submarine defense. Oh no, I do. Supercavitation guns. Yep, they will easily be able to take that out. Well, not easily, but I can take it out. So grab some additional fuel so my laser defense actually function. Smoke defense because they require ammo and fuel to actually deploy. So my ship is now in combat mode. Let's see what happens. Interestingly enough, its accuracy of the submarine is really low. It's probably using sonar, and because I'm hydrofoil, I'm basically barely in the water at all. So its accuracy should be terrible against me. Hopefully my sonar boy though is picking something up. Here we go, cramshells are also getting close and actually hit it. They're doing almost no damage, only a couple of angled bits come off there. Lasers though do very, very little damage underwater and take a very big damage decrease, so I'm pretty secure in the knowledge that this thing won't be doing much damage to me, even though they look like pretty powerful weapons. It's done a little bit of damage, knocked off a couple of components, but very minimal so far. I think I might have done more damage to myself. My ship is fleeing from it really because it's coming quite close. Ooh, cramshell hits right in the centre. I think that might have killed it. No, it's still alive apparently. I thought it would have made it too damaged or at least taken out the AI. Has taken out the laser systems though, so basically, there we go, health blow and sinking. There's a big weakness of submarines. They don't need to take much damage before they're counted as being sunk. With the enemy destroyed, I'm heading towards this resource zone where there are 4,000 resources. I'll probably have to fight off a couple of other enemies while I mine all that up, and then go through one of these red portals, I think. There are really a rather large number of red portals over in this direction. Look at all those portals. There's a couple there just in distance as well. A few over there as wow. So yeah, I've been here 3.5 hours, yeah. Let's move on to somewhere new, I think. I'd like something a little bit more... something a bit more dangerous to fight, I think. I'm probably going to eat my words on that and die immediately, but we'll see what happens, shall we? Oh, come on! Stupidly close portal. Let's try the next one, shall we? We've got a lot to choose from, right? Right then, let's go through the red portal! Yay, here we go! Now what difficulty are we at? At 1.61, 107% experience gained. Just taking a quick breather from the adventure mode at the moment. I was having a look at my engines and I was noticing that they're actually showing a really inefficient, because this is the one of the engines I'm currently using. If you have a look, this is showing very, very low efficiency. I had a quick look around on forums and that, because this design used to be very strong. What it is, it's been slight changes to the whole engine system, and that is the turbochargers actually need to be sped up before they apply their efficiency, which makes a lot more sense. So the more gases which go through them means that they become more efficient. It also does allow you to, they can also link multiple engines together now, which will drastically improve the efficiency of all three engines, in this case here. So what I need to do, I just need to spool the engines up and you'll be able to see the drastic increase in the rate of power per fuel. So you see here, as soon as the engine spools up, the power per fuel goes way up. And then for something like this, where I've connected 3 in a line, because they're feeding the fuel into each other, look at that power per fuel. Well over 1,000. Of course, I should really be looking at this top one, because if it's down at only 10% usage, it probably won't be that high. So if I just actually can test that, just change this from 100 down to 10. Let's see what actually it comes out now as. You see there, down at 10% usage, it's actually only 317 compared to when I let the engine spool to full, giving the most powerful thing here. It's going up to 1,500, so it's really, you need to be looking at the 100% or trying at different percentages. So this is something I do need to look on my craft, because I currently have a massive excess power because I wanted the redundancy. But this means that I'm actually probably burning fuel at a considerable rate. Because my main engines are these things, which are 5,000 apart. And if they're working at full capacity, look at that, 950 fuel per unit. But if they're only working, say, at 20%, they're only a couple of hundred, which is better than the 150 initially, but a darn sight less than the 700 odd, which I was expecting. And anyway, it looks like if I just link several of these together, I get multiple. Look, each one of the, so that this one is very fuel efficient. This one here seems to be fluctuating quite readily. Oh yeah, am I out? No, I thought I was out of fuel there. It's fluctuating a fair bit, I think, because I'm actually losing gas at one of these exits. I need to do this on the engines on my adventure craft as well, because with this change, they'll be leaking gas, which is going to be reducing their efficiency. See, I linked it back up, and rather it was from that fluctuation between like 300, it's now right back up to this insane 1,500 efficient. Well, not 1,500, 1,000. I keep looking at this. This is my problem. And I do need to resolve that on my adventure craft. But I'm not entirely sure how to go about it. I'll have a little look, but I have a feeling I'll just pretty much ignore it, go with what I'm going at the moment, as I think even at low rate, at 10%, I think they're still decent engines. They aren't the best, but they're decent enough. 2 enemy ships have spawned in very close together. What is this? A maelstrom. Ooh, I seem to remember hearing those are quite nasty. And there's also something nasty with a particle accelerator. You! And a spite. Oh, that's already AI dead. Okay. Maelstrom. Oh yeah, particle accelerator is designed to take out light to medium aircraft. Oh yeah, that is a lot of nasty bombs. Yeah, that would have been nasty. Bombs just do not go down by... do not get targeted by lambs, because lambs only detect... what is it? It's based on the thruster velocity. Wow, those are pretty lines. They've got shields which are deflecting most of my shells. They do have inertial fusers, so they should bounce. They should actually detonate, but... ooh, they've just hit me with EMP. Oh, that may have been me hitting me with EMP. Oh, level up! And it's AI dead. Excellent. This enemy ship seems to have similar sort of armament as I do. It's a ransack. There's a long-range cannon with some pepper guns. Basically what I'm armed with. I've actually got a nice little instance rangefinder as well, so that's going to be a right pain. I'm getting hit, returning fire with similar rounds. Ooh, there's a slightly short range than mine, falling short. Thank goodness. Here go the 2 bombardments. Slightly degraded mode, actually. I am very far away. Yeah, trying to maintain within about 2 kilometers I've got the AI set at. The cram cannons might look good, but they're pretty ineffective. At least the way I've got them. I think I need a proper barrage more than just a couple of cram cannons. Though, every time I think they're ineffective, they do that. Just to prove me wrong. Well, I have planned out where I would like my turret to go. Unfortunately, it's right in the centre here. I'll just place the prefab design base. I'm planning on basically putting it here. It's nice and central. So he's going to place it here, and the problem with that is that is exactly where I have all my important internal components. Because, well, it's nice and internal. Which is also where I want to put the turret, because this turret is horrifically exploding. I've done tests and it just makes holes everywhere. I think the only way to stop the explosion is about 3 or even 4 layers of heavy metal. It's kind of intense. But anyway, I have my AI here, my fuel, my PIDs, my ammunition designers. So yeah, all this is basically going to have to be stripped out, including my primary detection system up here, and figure out somewhere else to put it all. And because the turret I want to use is this one here. This absolute beast of a gun. 500mm shells, and they're 8-meter long autoloaders. It will come probably around about here on the ship. As you can see, it will definitely be a main piece on the ship, and this thing is incredibly strong. For the moment, due to the fact that where I'm going to be placing the cannon interferes with these turrets, I'm just placing a temporary EMP plasma ball at the top of the ship there. That should allow me to easily take out other vessels. And it is still working, and it's working, which is good, though unfortunately these two side ones are going to have to go. There we go, that's the two side guns removed. Let us place in the template. Well, I felt the time lapse was going a little bit long, so I've just cut to the end here. So what I've done, I've added 2 additional layers of armour, so this is now 3 layers thick of metal armour. I've just increased it to the full height at the top here using wood, because this allows me to easily map out the locations of these beams, because wood is a lot easier to see than metal, because some of these metal beams are going that way and that way. You can just about see the difference. Whereas with wood, because they have these nice lines, it's a lot easier to identify how to tessellate them together to ensure that there is no very weak point in the area, because beams are stronger than single blocks. Of course though, I have spent almost all my resources building this thing, so I need to go find someone to go destroy and gather resources from. So, where to go? Where to go? Wow, I cannot see a resource zone anywhere. Well, I suppose we'll just get going, see where I can go. What I've got here at the back is in the old position of the turret. This is where the AI now is, so if I just expand. So you see here the components and all the processing cards. Unfortunately, I have taken down the main radar, so I don't have such good detection systems at the moment. So that is something to be aware of. In fact, I'll instantly rectify that, I think, because that could be an issue. Ooh, there is an enemy ship here. Well, there's actually 2. I think this is looking pretty fast. Is that's Scarlet Dawn? A Stardust. Okay, that's going very fast. Is my lambs taking missiles down? I've got a lot more flares now, so hopefully. Oh yeah, AI did. Lambs. Yep, the lambs also function. It disintegrates right next to me. Awesome. The other ship is a Nessie, and we all know how this goes. He gets shot out the sky because I hit the balloons, and then it just disintegrates. Just like that. So I've just faced a Scarlet Dawn vessel and a big Nessie, which is a huge block count, and then I face a Sea Adder. This difficulty slider is bonkers. Absolute bonkers. Ooh, something big with lasers is shooting at me. I think it's something big with lasers. Let's see what it is. Lightning hoods. It's something... Oh. It's dead, I think. It's just falling out of the sky. The Inquisitor, it looks really cool. But yeah. Go EMP. I honestly thought that explosion was me. Something off my ship exploding off.
Moving now.
So here we have it. The huge 15-meter turret mount with 3 layers of metal armor in all directions, including the base. So yeah, this is going to be quite a heavy housing for the huge gun turret, which unfortunately costs around about 20,000 resources. But I would like to just, while I head over to this resource zone, just going to pop over to the vehicle designer because I have realised something. I had made a mistake with the lambs in the previous episode, so I just want to rectify what went on there. So this is the setup I tried to do in the previous episode. So I had my laser cavities all the way along there, and then my 2 laser anti-missile systems sitting onto the actual laser source. The thing is, the multi-purpose laser source is the actual firing piece of the laser. So, as you can see, this one has components, 76 components, so that is linked all the way along there to that. This one only has 2 components, which consists of that and that. And so, because this is the firing piece, much like the advanced cannon and the cram ones, you can't join 2 guns together. So, what I need to do instead is, rather do it like this, is have the firing piece actually at the end of the cavities, and then have transceivers linking in to the munition systems themselves. So this is actually powering both. As you can see, it's saying it's connected, but what I'll need to do, I will actually show you that it is actually working. So I've just spawned in my missile defense platform. This just fires missiles absolutely constantly. Each have like only minimal life, but it allows you to test lambs and how lambs are actually functioning. So as you can see here, only the one of the lamb systems is actually working, and it's pulsing there, it's going down a fair bit on the damage. This is what happens with it. Oh, actually I haven't got enough power on this, on my raft here. As you can see here, both of these lamb systems are actually firing, because I have the connected to the multi-purpose laser in the centre there. And that's what I need to do for, if I wanted to do this sort of thing on my ship. I probably will do this at some point, but at the moment I am quite happy with the distributed small lamb systems I've created, because it means that it is very difficult for my entire ship to be shut offline. Let's just quickly destroy enemy vehicles to shut all that up. Because if I place all these small lamb nodes around, it makes it so that if one gets destroyed, my entire system doesn't go offline. Because otherwise, this control point here, this one here, the actual transceiver here, becomes a massive weakness of my entire defences. If this gets sniped out, my entire laser anti-missile system would go down. And so having lots of distributed ones gives a nice little buffer. Though, I think that's probably enough for this episode. Between this and the next episode, I'm going to be researching engines and figuring out how to make the engines run at full efficiency on my ship. Because at the moment, they are not, and although they're an okay efficiency, probably around about 200 power per fuel, the thing is that this time it's not that good. I've got engines on this raft, in fact, which are running around about 1,000 power per fuel. I've seen someone has created one with 78,000 power per fuel. It is absolutely insane the efficiencies you can get out of the fuel engines at the moment. And quite frankly, 200 power per fuel is not cutting it at the moment. So I would like to get that figured out between this time and next time. But thank you very much for watching this episode of From the Depths with myself and Adifin. If you did enjoy the episode, please leave a like and or comment, as it is always great to hear from you lot. Otherwise, that's it from me for now, and I shall see you next time. But until then, I'm out. Goodbye!